Okay guys, I think we had an enormous feeding over in this half of the urban worm bag. These are my red wigglers. I'm just checking in. I think it's been 8 days. I don't always post in time because, well, for one thing, my internet's horrible, and for another one thing, I'm super behind always. It's not that I procrastinate, I procrastinate. So I think the feeding was on this side and it's gone. I'm not seeing worm balls, I'm not seeing remnants of heavy densities of worms, so I'm just gonna keep feeling around. Lots of babies. It's hard to open this banana because there's so many babies on it. There's nothing in it. There are little guys all over me. Right there. Right there. I'm finding that this bin, again, this is the urban worm bag. This bin can take heavy feedings. I've never had a bin like this, so I'm kind of not sure what to do with myself. From the beginning, I've had too much food. None of my worms seem to go through it quickly enough. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're that big of a family. But I still have tons and tons of food in my freezer that I'm just waiting to feed. So maybe, I guess we go through a lot of fruit and veg. We sure go through a lot of meat too. I just don't know why we always have so much and they can't get through it. But I think one day that will change, especially if Sweet Ty keeps letting me buy systems like this, because these guys are sure giving it hell. And if you're just watching this as a continuous flow through bin, it's not a good idea to dig in these. That's not what they're made for. I am digging just because, well, for one thing, I like to show you guys, as I've said before, but secondly, I also like to make sure I know exactly how everything feels. I think this is just the same awesome worm banana I just picked up a little while ago. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna feed this guy. And I'm probably going to cut out, so I'll be back. Okay, I just put down some cardboard. I bought my buffer, that's garden lime, eggshell, and rock dust. See, I'm getting way better at saying that. I have some coffee grounds. I put so many coffee grounds in the garden that I have some left over. I don't know. I don't normally advocate using coffee grounds in the bin. It's a food source and I have so much food already. So it's not a bad thing, just why? So this is some citrus, apples, bananas. Everything's been frozen. There's a little bit of there's a little bit of spinach, tomatoes, watermelon, more watermelon. So I'll check back in. This is the, let's see. This is that side. So I remember. More coffee grounds and more buffer. I keep thinking you guys can't possibly want to watch me feed my worms like every night that I feed them, but then I totally want to watch you guys feed your worms every single time you feed them. So they're probably just weird like that. So I'm just gonna keep making these videos and hope that you keep hanging out because it's fun for me. Okay, sweet. Red wigglers fed. Okay, just a quick update since I haven't posted that video yet. This is where I put the watermelon, a pretty big end of the watermelon. And it felt kind of chunky, so I grabbed my phone and the light just to see what I could find. It's heavy. I feel like such a jerk. These guys are all sitting down to dinner, probably a little bit inebriated from the fermenting fruit. But this is so cool. Okay, putting them back. Right back where I found them. Covering them up as you were, guys. Urbanware bag. These are my red wigglers. These guys have been freaking awesome, and the system is great too. These guys just, they can handle a lot of food. I'm never able to go through all the food scraps. I have yet to have a day where I need to ask friends and family to save me their scraps. We just have a lot of mouths in our house all the time, and we have a lot of fruit and vegetables all the time. We have a lot of meat too. We just have a lot of food. We're very, very lucky. I just hate throwing it all away. We don't have recycling where we live, so I do what I can. There's such thing as a mini worm ball? That's like a hacky sack sized worm ball. This is where that end of the watermelon was. There's really not much left of it. That's about it. Whatever this is, they are not eating it very much. Oh, it's an orange. There are a ton of mites on it. So there are a few worms. I can smell it. It smells definitely citrusy. It's taking a lot longer. I don't even know when I put that in. I'm gonna put it over here on the side. Maybe they'll get to it faster. It was right in the middle, which is where I'm feeding now. Sorry, dudes. Okay. This is some squash. I've got tomatoes, corn cob, and zucchini. Coffee grounds. Buffer. So my son, who is of age to brew, has been brewing beer and bringing me spent hops and spent brewing grains. So if anyone's composted with that, will you guys let me know how that goes? Am I good? Can I just throw it in the worm bin? Again, not that I don't have enough food to go through. It just smells so good. I just thought I would maybe give it a shot. These guys aren't as bedding crazy as my night crawlers, so I'm just gonna cover this up with the bedding that's already on top here and head to my blues.